Everybody, welcome back to Touch of Class. I am back with Tina. I am here, and my first guest for this year is Future Davis, the CEO and founder of the Elevated Collective.
Hello, everyone. My name is Future Davis. I am the CEO, founder, team lead of the Elevated Collective. We are powered by EXP. We are a real estate company.
And so your location is at 22940 Woodward in Ferndale.
That's correct. I have a physical location in Ferndale. The big office for EXP is in Novi, but I have an individual office on Woodward in Ferndale.
And everybody, just to let you know, I have been there. It is elegant, it's gorgeous, and you need to
Thank
go
you.
get a home.
Yes. Yes.
So I am happy to say that I love her to death. She's a very good person. She's good at what she does. She has a lot of followers, and I know that for a fact. And actually, I purchased a home. Been there 1 year.
Yeah, it's been about a year since we found your home.
And so I'm pleased with the home. I love it very much, and she did it.
You gonna tell them how we met?
Oh, actually, we were at a dinner.
Yeah, it was so crazy. We happen to know the same person at my girlfriend Brianna's house. I saw Brianna her home too in Grosse Pointe Farms.
Yes.
And we connected briefly then, and the lady that you work with gave you my number as well.
Yes, yeah.
And you gave me a call, and you were working with another realtor. And she tried to be loyal to her realtor, which I love that about her. And I never try to step on anybody's toes.
No, she didn't.
So when she told me she was going to be loyal to her realtor, I took a step back. I was in the Dominican when we spoke that next time with my family.
Exactly.
And when I came home, you was just like, Future, it's time for me to move. I am ready to go. Let's see what you can do. And it just went from there.
You know what I loved about her was when she even started giving me anything, she gave me a list of homes. I didn't get that at first. I hate to say that, but I didn't, and I appreciate that. It was so professional, and I really appreciated that from her. And she kept up with me. She talked to me all the time,
Yeah.
and she made sure that I had needed assistance because a lot of things I did not know. So I'm going to get to the questions for her, so we're going to get started with the show.
Okay.
All right. So how long have you been into real estate?
Time flies when you're having fun. I've been selling real estate for a little over 10 years. So I've been at my current company for 4 years. I was with a larger company. Well, I guess my company is just as large now. For my first 6 years.
Okay.
Came over here, and it has just been going ever since.
Okay. So how many homes have you sold approximately?
I sell hundreds of homes a year. Now I have a team of about 15 agents. So I think from year to date, as of today, we have sold close to 200 homes. So, I work with movers and shakers. We sell a lot of homes.
Okay.
But over the course of that 10 years, I know I've sold a few thousand at least.
Okay. So you heard that, everybody. So you need to go visit her at Ferndale at 22940.
Yep, Ferndale Woodward.
Yes, you need to go see her. So, do you specialize in different neighborhoods?
People ask that all the time. Of course, I am more privy and more familiar with the Metro Detroit area, but I do everything that makes sense. I just got back from a walkthrough for a home I'm getting ready to list in the Howe area. I've sold homes in Gregory, Michigan. So I've worked from Port Huron to Gregory. Of course, I've sold hundreds of homes in Detroit, St. Clair Shore. So if it makes sense, I'll take the job. And like I said before, I have a team. So like I have agents all over now. So like I have a young lady who lives in Flint. So she handles our Flint clients and our Grand Blanc clients out that way. I have someone who's east. I live east, so we take care of those clients. I have a few agents that live west. So
Yeah. Okay. So what is the first step of buying a home or purchasing a home?
the first step when you are looking to purchase a home is to get pre-approved. Do not underestimate the power of having a pre-approval. And I know people say, like, well, they have to run your credit when they pre-approve you. And I don't want that hard hit. That hard hit is going to let you know if you qualify or not. You want to get pre-approved because it's going to let you know, A, how much money you qualify for, and B, if you qualify at all. So that's going to let you know, like, what price range you need to stay in between. But that is that first step to get pre-approved. When you talk to a lender, they're going to want to make sure that you have at least 2 years of employment. It does not have to be at the same place. They're just looking to see that you don't have large gaps of unemployment in between your employment. They're going to look at your credit. Bare minimum, you need to have at least a 580 credit score. And if you got some money saved, that is awesome. Think 3% down, 3 to 4% closing costs. You may fit in a program where you can get some down payment assistance. A lot of people qualify for down payment assistance, but you just want to make sure you prepare.
Okay. Now, that's a lot of information she just gave you, so I hope you're jotting this down on this show.
Yes.
About what she's telling you and what you need to know, because I didn't know none of it. All right. So what is the buyer's market?
Something that we do not have right now. It is a seller's market right now. The sellers are in control. When it is a buyer's market, the buyers have a little bit more leverage. So that means that supply and demand are not as high. Where there is more supply than demand is basic economics. So you can, you have a little bit more leeway. We are able to write offers that may not be as aggressive. When it is a seller's market, things are a lot more aggressive. It is the seller's market right now, especially for the nicer homes that have been updated or just taken care of very, very well. When it is a seller's market, the sellers are in control. So we have to go in a little bit more aggressive with our offers. People are doing things like appraisal guarantees. We'll get off into that. But you just have to be aggressive. Short inspection periods. You have to know that you want that house because a lot of times you have to go all in.
Okay. How much do I have to pay an agent to help me buy a home?
From today up until August the 17th of this year, do not quote me, it's sometime in August, but I believe it's August the 17th. You won't need anything to pay your buyer's agent. But we are going through a NAR settlement. The realtors are, where the sellers don't want to be solely responsible, because that's who's been paying the commission up until that August time. Hopefully something changes before then, but as of now, August 17th, the buyers will have to negotiate the commission of their buyer's agent. So you'll have to pay your agent to work for you. That's why it's important for you to get an agent that you trust, that is knowledgeable, who knows how to negotiate. It is not written in stone, but that is the expectation. So we have to be honest about that. But from now up until August the 17th, you don't have to pay anything, because most sellers are still going to be paying the commission.
Well, look, everybody, I think you need to go ahead and try to buy a house before August the 17th.
Before August. And even after August, all jokes aside, I'm sure there will be credits offered. We'll be able to negotiate something that makes sense for everybody. But you need to be prepared just in case.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. If someone want to buy a home,
okay,
and they have a home that they live in and it's their home, but they want to move out of their home, how do that work?
So they currently own a home, and they are ready to relocate. Okay, so me and my husband are thinking about what we're going to do with our current home. So you have a couple different options. So you have a couple different options. You can talk to a lender and get pre-approved and potentially not have to sell your home and purchase another home, and then you can either keep your current home as a rental property, or you can sell it at your, to be at your discretion. You'll talk to a lender. They'll get you pre-approved based on you selling your home. So the pre-approval would be contingent on you selling the home. So we'll have to come up, me as an agent, will come up with a timeline to get your home on the market. A lot of times when you are in that position where you have to sell your home to qualify, to get a loan to purchase another home, what we'll do is have the conversation about getting your home prepared, getting it on the market, starting to show it, trying to get it under contract, but at least have it active on the market. Pending is better. So then when we go to write new offers, that lets the sellers know, hey, she's serious or he's serious about selling a home. It's already on the market, or it's already pending on the market. They're just looking for their next place to live.
Okay. All right, I was asking that question for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So, how much do I need for a down payment on either the closing costs or purchasing a home?
The rule is you should have at least 3% for your down payment. If you do traditional FHA, it's always 3.5%. Of course, you can put down more money if you like. With conventional, you can go as low as 3%. And if you have, if you are a veteran or was married to a veteran or your dad was a veteran and you can qualify for a VA loan, then those loans are zero down. Closing costs, VA veterans, you still have closing costs. Anticipate paying about 4%. So that's across the board. FHA, conventional, VA. Anticipate paying that 4%. So essentially 7% is what you need to try to have saved when you are looking to purchase a home.
Okay.
Now, like I said, some people will qualify when you call a lender, especially if you call me first and you let me introduce you to a lender. I'll have you reach out to a lender who has down payment assistance programs, and what they'll do is run your credit, and based on your credit, your DTI, your debt to income ratio, and the money that you have saved or the lack thereof, they'll put you in a program if they have one for you offering down payment assistance.
Okay. So how many homes should I view before purchasing one, or you'll go up to maybe 10 or more?
Oh, no, I'm going to show you homes until you find something that you're comfortable with.
Okay.
I have a saying, I'm sure I said it to you, Tina. I'm going to make that commission one time. And I've been telling my team members this, like, of course, we are in the business of making money, right? This is how I take care of my family. Most of my agents are full-time agents, so this is it. It's do or die. We got to make some money so we can pay the bills. And we want to get paid, but at the same time, I'm going to make that commission one time. You bought that house, if you decide to stay there 5 times, if you decide to stay there for 5 years, you're going to have to pay that mortgage for 5 years. I'm going to make one commission. I'm not going to rush you to buy a house. I want to make sure that when you buy a home that you're not going to have buyer's remorse or that you're not going to feel bad about the home that you buy. I want to make sure that you're comfortable paying your mortgage monthly. We all know it's easier to pay for something when you actually like it.
Yeah.
We've all been in that situation. We've had something that we didn't like so much and still had to pay the monthly payment on it versus something that we actually love and enjoy.
Okay. All right. So what is the earnest money?
Your earnest money is your EMD money. It is good faith money. It's your earnest money, but I like to explain it as your good faith money. It lets the seller know that you are serious about purchasing their home. So when it's time for us to sell your home, Tina, you don't want me to accept an offer where somebody is not willing to put anything up or have any skin in the game. When you say, hey, I want to buy Miss Tina's home and I'm offering X amount of dollars and I'm willing to do $4,000 EMD, it lets you know that they are serious about purchasing your home, because that earnest money deposit is refundable if they decide to back out during their inspection period. If they get denied for the loan, of course, you should give them their earnest money deposit back because they cannot qualify. But if they wake up one day and you've had your home off the market, you think you have somebody that's going to buy it, and they decide, hey, I don't want this house anymore, or I had a bad dream about the house because the craziest things happen in real estate, or my auntie told me she don't like that neighborhood, so I can't buy the house, they'll have to give you the EMD. So it's like, you don't just have to start over without getting anything, and your time is not just wasted. But for buyers, your earnest money deposit is good faith money. But if you, and most people do, 99% of the time, people go through with the purchase of the home or they back out in a timely manner. When you close, that money goes towards your down payment and closing costs.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's not a gift for Tina. It's not a gift for the agent. It goes towards your down payment and closing costs. So if you have $15,000 in closing costs, you give a $4,000 EMD, you should only have to bring $11,000 to the closing table. That's just an example.
So people purchase homes and they do a lot of people buy them with cash money?
Oh, I found out over the last 2 years, these people are loaded. Had one particular client. They were looking. They lived in Warren. Were originally from Farmington. They had a house in Farmington Hills. Sold it for whatever reason. Bought a beautiful home in Warren. It was no issue selling their home. I had about 15 offers on that home. When it came time to buy a home, they wanted to go back to Farmington Hills. When I tell you we were giving 20 offers, $20,000 over, with $15,000 appraisal guarantees, meaning that they will cover the gap if the house did not appraise out of pocket. We was getting beat out by so much cash. My husband has a client. My husband sells real estate too. So does my oldest daughter. My husband has a client. They're willing to spend up to $500,000. They were given $30,000 over, and was getting beat out by cash.
Really?
People got a little money.
Little something.
No, people got a little something. They got a little money.
Okay. See, I didn't know
It's not everybody. It's not just walking around loaded. But for me, being a realtor, I did not expect for people to have as much cash as they do. I'll just say that.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
How long can a seller take to respond to an offer? How long?
So when you write an offer, there is usually an expiration period on the offer. It is a seller's market, so those haven't been enforced very strictly, because if you want a home and we have given it all we got, you're not going to say like, well, we out of our out of our contract has expired, but there is an expiration date on the contract. So it just depends on what the buyer's agent write on the contract, for expiration.
Okay. So how long can so what if my offer is rejected?
I like to ask what I could have done to write a better offer. Me personally, they can tell me, or they can make a decision not to. It's at their discretion. That's just an FYI for me, because it will potentially help me write a better offer. But we move on. We keep looking.
Okay.
We keep looking until we find something that makes sense.
Okay. So I am enjoying the show so far, and I really appreciate you being here.
Oh, no problem.
And she is giving you all more than enough information. You need to go see her in Ferndale at 22940.
Woodward Avenue, or give me a call if you don't want to make that drive. I do consultations via Zoom, over the phone, so you can give me a call, 313-903-2089, and we can have a conversation about getting something scheduled in person or on Zoom. And you can also DM me on Instagram at your YOUR Realtor Future, FUTURE, so Your Realtor Future on Instagram.
And you know what I like about her? She's a very generous person. She gave a picnic for just people in general. It was so rewarding. It was so nice.
It's so fun.
It's
so fun.
And then you know what else she did? Before school was out, and that was my fault. But before school was out, and I hate to say it like that, I'm a school teacher. So she had called me. She said, I wanted to donate some things to your school. And she wanted to meet with me.
Yeah.
That was my fault. But I was like, that was the first mess up, and I would never do that again.
No, I like to give back. I appreciate my clients. I do. I genuinely do, because essentially I am a matchmaker, but I am still in sales. So, if someone, and this is usually the biggest purchase of someone's life. So if someone trusts me with this purchase, of course I want to show up and show out for them. But I also want to show them my gratitude. Most of my clients are repeat clients or give me great referrals. So, that's just a small token of my appreciation, to get us all together where we can have some community and have great conversations and laugh with one another, and just be a little light. We all need that little light, and it's always good to feel like you have some community.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't tune out. Stay on, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Touch a Class with Tina, CEO and founder, and also with Future Davis here.
Welcome back.
We are back on the show, so I hope you stay tuned so you can write down all the information she gave you, so you can go to her for a home to purchase.
Call like now, today.
Okay, so Future, before I get started with the questions, can you please give them your phone number and email information?
I'll plug my phone number, email a million times. My phone number is 313-903-2089. Best way to contact me is phone, but you can send me an email at future, FUTURE, sales, future at future sales fast. So it's Future, my first name, at future, FUTURE, sales, SELLS, fast.com.
So you have that information, people. Make sure you jotted that down, and we'll be on the show. And We get ready to start our questions.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Could you provide me with an home inspector?
I do have multiple home inspectors that I could give to my clients, and I do if I need to, but I always encourage my clients to look for their own home inspector. You're buying a very expensive item, a home, and I want to make sure that you have done some research on your own and you are comfortable with your home inspector. That way you are not just listening to what I have to say as your agent. And you can trust me. I have, like I said, a number of home inspectors, but I just like for you guys to do that work so you can be comfortable. And if you say, hey, future, I'll give you a couple of numbers, and I encourage you to look for a couple of other inspectors. And if you are more comfortable with one of mine, awesome. I like to help other people in this industry. But if you find someone that you are more comfortable with outside of the referrals I give you, I am 100% okay with that as well.
Okay. All right. You all hear that? Okay. So when do you find out about the cost of the closing costs?
My clients find out immediately, because one thing that I am very, very big on is reaching out to your lender or the title company if you have cash, having a conversation about what my client could expect to bring to the closing table. That is down payment and closing costs, and even what their monthly payment is going to look like with their taxes, insurance, principal, and interest. So it won't be a surprise to you. I get that done before we are out of our inspection period, so you can make an informed decision on if you want to move forward or not.
So you also, though, when you purchase a home, you can buy a home and tell you that they want to pay their own taxes and they don't have to include it. Is that?
You can opt out of paying taxes with your lender, but you have to be putting down at least 20%. You have to be putting down at least 20% to pay your own taxes. You do not have PMI if you are, that's mortgage insurance, if you are putting down 20%. Okay. But if it's less than 20%, then in most cases they collect your insurance, which you have an escrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So everybody hear that? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just learned something. So can you tell me, so the people that you work with, like, for example, you find the property, you do the home, we do the walk around,
right?
Look for the home. Do you have somebody that do the financial?
Yes, I have two guys that I use frequently. I have a guy named William Pinson. He is Better Neighbor. He owns his own mortgage company. And then I have a guy named Jonathan Narens. He works for Flagstar, so he works for a big bank. One is a broker. One works for Flagstar, but they both have different products. Both are great lenders, though. If they give me a pre-approval, I know that you qualify and that the deal is going to close 9 times out of 10.
And for me to say to you, use her lenders.
I told you, but
I had a time. I'm not even gonna tell no story. She did an excellent job with me. But I had a time with my lenders. They kept stopping me. I was supposed to close in August. I didn't close until after August.
Yeah.
So I was delayed a lot. And that was due to my lender. That was only because I was purchasing my first home. So I had no clue.
Right.
On what to do.
You just need somebody like, that's why I like William and Jonathan, because they are very proactive. This is new for most people, and we need somebody. I am hands-on. Even during your process, I had a conversation with your lender, like, why didn't you tell me that we needed A, B, C, and D? Because I could have jumped in and met up with Tina to figure out how to get the necessary documents. My lenders, like Jonathan or Will, they'll meet you or have you come to their office where they can help you to log in and get different documents. Mm-hmm. So you just need somebody who is just a little bit more proactive. I think that's where we fell short with your lender.
Oh,
yeah.
I learned that.
Yeah.
I learned. But that's okay. Keep moving on. So do you do a final walkthrough when you...
Yes. Final walkthrough is mandatory, whether it's... resale home or new construction. You do that final walkthrough so you can make sure that the house is in the order that you agreed to purchase the home in. So that's very important, especially if you buy a home in a bigger city. It's very important that you do a final walkthrough. I've had some things happen. I had a young lady. She was buying a house in Detroit. We got to it was time to go close. I'm like, let's do the final walkthrough. She's like, no, we don't need to do the final walkthrough. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm good. So I'm like, well, you go to the closing. I'm going to go do the final walkthrough. I went to do the final walkthrough. She was signing that paperwork. Somebody had kicked in that back door. She bought a house on the east side of Detroit and took the furnace and hot water tank. Had I not done that final walkthrough, that would have been her house. She would have had to purchase a hot water tank and furnace because she decided not to have the final walkthrough. By the grace of God, I did that final walkthrough for her, and we were able to put some money in escrow for the owner to replace it because we had not purchased the home yet when I caught it. So it was his responsibility to replace the hot water tank and furnace. But it is so important to do a final walkthrough.
I see.
Yeah, it is so important.
You never know.
You never know. Because that was just like, something in my spirit told me, like, go look at that house.
And I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I'm so grateful I did.
You did. So everyone, this is our show for this evening, but I want to sit here and give you some more information. Future Davis, the Evaluated Collective.
Elevated.
Yeah,
the Elevated Collective. Yep, Collective.
At 22940 Woodward Avenue in Ferndale, Michigan.
That's right.
The zip code is 48220. Her number is 313-903-2089. You need any further information, she's getting ready to give you her email and information.
Yeah, you can give me a call at 313-903-2089. You can send me an email at future sales fast, or I have a shorter email. It's Davis, my last name, Davis, Davis .future@yahoo.com. So I still got my old Yahoo email address. So you can use either or. I check both. Send me a text, send me a DM, send me an email.
And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you tuning in today. Thank you for coming. But I have a little more things I want to say. My daughter's a dance instructor. She teaches on Saturdays. Her dance studio is on 14 Mile in Garfield. I'll give you the information with the next show. Actually, she'll be coming on the show for the next show. It will be probably a week or two from today. So I still need you to tune in. But I really wanted you to tune in today to learn a lot about
the home buying process. Future in the home buying process.
Exactly. Especially my new home. I wish I had a picture.
It's so cute. So cute.
It's little and it's just big enough for me. It's so nice. It's in Warren, off the center line between 8 and 9 Mile. It's a very nice neighborhood, very quiet.
Yes.
I have no issues there. I love it. And again, I'm asking you to go visit her office at 22940 Woodward Avenue in Ferndale, Michigan. 48220. Her number is 313-903-2089. Is there anything you would like to say?
No, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. We have to do this again.
You're welcome.
We have to do it again. We'll swap because I have a newly started podcast and YouTube channel called Soul Sisters with me, Latrice, and Cairo. So we'll bring you on to the show, and you can just talk about your different experiences and how you felt about purchasing a home.
Look, and my producer over there.
He is more than welcome to come.
Yeah, so that means next year I will have another. I have an event every year once I start my show back.
Okay.
And the last one was at the marina.
I saw you show me pictures. I cannot wait.
I know, so I'm planning.
I cannot wait.
Now. So I'm excited to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate how much work you do with the community.
Oh, man, thank you.
That's so nice.
I feel like I could be doing a little bit more. I do appreciate that.
You do. And I really appreciate you always inviting me to everything.
Yes.
It's so nice. So when she called me for school next year, I will be there.
We're going to be ready. We both going to be ready.
I'll be ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you again for tuning in to Touch a Class with Tina, CEO and founder. And thank you very much for coming today with Future Davis. Thank you.